Okay, I put the announcement up in my Twitter, which should be in the description below if you guys do not follow me yet. Can you guys hear me? Am I too soft, too loud? If there's any problems with the audio at all, please tell me. Yay, ugh, I cannot speak right now. I already got people in the chat. What's up, Arceus? What's up, Yandere? What's up, peeps? Okay, I'm gonna try the audio. I'm gonna turn it up a bit. Okay, how's this? Better? Worse? Oh god, I haven't watched Total Drama. I haven't watched Total Drama anything in like years. Did the show get better or did the show get worse? Depends on what you describe as worse. Well, I mean, the show was already, dare I say, it aged kinda badly. And I kind of figured the show stopped mid 2000s. 7 seasons in total? You have got to be kidding me. I stopped the show after Total Drama World Tour, and that was like one of the worst things I've ever watched. So, since we started the stream, as, you guys know, this is a Q&A. I'm gonna be working on some writing stuff while I'm at it. But the main point of this, as I said on Twitter, is that this is a Q&A stream. So if you guys, have any questions for me at all, within reason, of course, we gotta be nice to YouTube Sensei, or YouTube Sama, or YouTube San, or YouTube Senpai, I don't care. Whoever you call YouTube, we gotta play nice, and I don't want my stream to shut down because people are not behaving. So if you guys haven't sent in your questions yet, shoot. Oh yeah, I remember that theme song for sure. That theme song gets stuck in my head sometimes, and sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. Kinda like the DuckTales theme. What do you think of Magia Record? Is that the crossover with Madoka Magica and that other series that I have no idea what it is? Because if it is, or based on that question, I don't have an opinion because I have not watched it. OMG, it's my BFF. What's up, Luis? Okay, so it is what I was thinking, but it's not a crossover. Okay, I guess I was wrong. I'm doing great, Yandere. Thanks. How are you doing? And while we're at it, I have a pretty I guess it's not a funny story about Madoka Magica, but kind of like everyone else, I had a specific person tell me, "Oh, the series is pretty good, Kate. Come watch it." So I went into his college dorm so we could watch some anime. Madoka was one of them. Let's just say we stopped. Okay, I was generous and we stopped after episode 4, but I was still traumatized after episode 3. Or did the scene actually happen in episode 4? I think it was 3. But I know a specific somebody noticed my reaction while I was watching it. I totally get the seasonal anime thing. These past few seasons, I've been pretty disappointed. Not to say that, there's nothing that came out of, these past few seasons. There were shows that I really liked, especially, towards the end of 2019 when the remake of Fruits Basket, I saw the remake of Fruits Basket, and oh my god, I fangirl so much while watching that. Big no is an understatement, Luis. It is a very big understatement. Well, Arceus, your new roommates suck. JK, I'm joking. And, by the way, my friend Runner in the chat, he's actually responsible for my, lovely icon and my new lovely cover art. So, if you guys are... Oh god, I don't want this to be like a sponsorship thing, but I really want to do this because, Luis, I love you. But if you guys are interested in any of his commissions at all whatsoever, please do that. He is an amazing artist and I love him so much. Sorry to put you on the spot, Luis, but I had to. Yes, Yandere, how dare they hate Fruits Basket? It's literally one of those series, I would say it's in the same realm of Ouran High School Host Club, Bleach, Naruto, and, maybe Fairy Tail? Like, it's one of those anime that you have to watch, especially if you're a newbie, because it's, well, okay, Fairy Tail and Naruto and Bleach are not exactly that great, but, it's one of those anime that's, it's a classic. It's like, you know how you watch Disney movies and there's Disney classics and, there's ones that are underrated. Fruits Basket is more on the classic side of things, so if you guys have not seen Fruits Basket yet, I do recommend that you watch both series, the one from 2003, I think, and the one from last season, in 2019. The most recent one, is more, or follows the manga a lot more, because the one in 2003, the series didn't even end yet. No, now that I think about it, I'm just writing a script on this. I think the original came out in 2001. Like the one that came out in the beginning of the 2000s, the manga wasn't even finished yet, so the anime in that show leaves on a cliffhanger. So, yeah, if you guys have not watched this series yet, please do. And if you have Fruits Basket at your local library or local bookstore or whatever, please read the manga. It is such a good series. Oh, Luis, you're not overstepping at all. Please put your link in the chat. How else are they gonna find your commissions? Okay, I gotta catch up with these comments. I think the only anime I watched for 2019 were JoJo Part 5, Hero Academia, and Steven Slayer. Yeah, I think most people ended up watching those shows, and a few others. 2019 was just a really not good year. For anything. Music was bad, anime was kind of subpar. I haven't seen too many movies from 2019, but, apparently most of them were not great. I want to be famous. That was my life back in, like, middle school and high school. Like, that theme song was basically my life. I think all I'm watching this season is Plunderer, Magia Record, and Nekopara. I almost forgot Nekopara was a thing until people started posting, like, anime stills and memes. Like, I almost forgot that was going to be an anime. Wait, is it an isn't Nekopara supposed to be an OVA, or is it an actual, like, anime? Because I was told it was supposed to be an OVA. And Plunderer, though? For those of you who already know me, like, all of you know that, I do not like ecchi. Like, I refuse to touch ecchi after a certain anime. After a certain anime, I refuse to touch ecchi, and, Evanito kind of ruined this for me, but, he posted, a very long rant on Twitter. Or I don't think it was a very long rant, but it was like a to-the-point rant about... I don't know what episode he got to. I think episodes 1 and 2 came out recently. So he was just like, he's like, that's it. This is as far as ecchi as I'll go. I'm done. Like, I'm done. Arceus, well, I got stuff to say about Fruits Basket. It better be good news. Yandere, 2020 already sucks in a couple more ways than one. 2020 already sucks. You're right about that. And it's not even, and January's not even over. Luis, you are not wrong. Like, for some odd reason, like, I don't think any more isekai came out since Sword Art Online, until this half. Because the first half, it was like, okay, there wasn't that many, but oh my god, as soon as the 2010s were coming to an end, they were shooting out isekai out of the wazoo, and I think in 2020, now they've released more isekai than ever, and I'm just like, well, I know what I'm not watching. And yeah, light novel adaptations, god. Oh, I know Nekopara was a visual novel. Oh, so the OVA did happen. And so what's premiering now, or what's premiering soon, is gonna be like a 12 episode anime, I guess. Actually, Luis, you are not wrong. Video games were actually pretty good this year. I think that was the only good thing that came out in 2019. It was the video games. The Switch really stepped it up. Okay, thank God I really stayed away from isekai, because, like, why, Japan? Why? Like, I love you for a lot of things, but why this? Arceus, I see that you really not... Let me rephrase that. You really didn't get over the whole harem thing after all, did you? Starting to? Starting to? Didn't you tell me this, like, last year that you were starting to? The reason for all the isekai is because the otaku community in Japan is so obsessed. Yes, they are. Sadly, yes, they are. And to be fair, America has its own issues, and that's why we keep getting, like, the same drama shows over here in the States, but for the isekai point, you are not wrong. Sadly, I think that will always be the case. Yes, we do, Arceus. Yes, we do. And I apologize for not hitting you up these past few months, weeks. My job has just been pretty difficult, and they have a new rule now that we can't have our phones out because work and volumes are bad around this time, so yeah. Again, very sorry about that. Yay, you like romance, Yandere! I've converted you! Or maybe something converted. I can only imagine what the society song sounds like. But but you guys know what the new trend is going to be, at least for the 2020s. We're gonna go back to politics. Every show is going to be about politics, and they're gonna shove it right in your face, and probably more in your face than they did in the 2010s. It's the short version. And you can't watch anime romance because of what's going on in the anime, or is this more personal? Because if it's personal, we don't have to talk about it here. Oh, okay. If you don't want to touch upon that, Arceus, that's fine. The only reason why I like romance anime is because I'm the only person. I'm the only single person in my friend group. Well, to be fair, Yandere, I'm single too, so, You're right, Luis. It can be done. I'm just afraid that a lot of people are only going to involve politics only because of the social media memes. Kind of like how The Simpsons, Family Guy, and all of those shows have been dealing with it, and it's been overwrought. Like, it's been overdone. Like, they can't do anything. Like, they can't do anything creative, I mean, or get the message across that's like, okay, where's the real problem? We know what the real problem is. We want media to show it, not just making fun of the memes that come out of it. Like, that's the part that's annoying me. Ooh, Yandere's writing a story. I would love to hear this. College girls being rude. Yeah, been there, done that. Know exactly how it is, but trust me, soon as college is over, they're gonna go into the real world, and yeah, everything's gonna be fine, Arceus. Like, one thing I've learned, you're not gonna find the one in college. Well, Yandere, as soon as I follow you, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Oh yeah, Luis, I can see how that totally makes sense, at least for a business standpoint. Because at the end of the day, they gotta sell their video games. Speaking of cheering up, let's talk about better things. Like, if you guys want to talk about anime titties, everything's fine. I'm serious. Y'all can talk about whatever you want. Whatever lifts your spirits. We're a happy chat. This is a happy substream. Oh yeah, speaking of games, did you hear of that the original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon remake? I am very excited for that one. And of course, Luis, you would bring up the fighting games. Well, besides Xenoblade. Oh god, Luis, I love your comments. I really do. And sure, Arceus, if I got the time. Aw, take care, Yandere. I am fighting games. Oh, and by the way, Luis, did you hear that I said you were good with the whole posting the commission link? Or is the chat not allowing you to do that? Actually, I just remembered. I'm not sure if BB is watching the stream or in the chat right now, but she did send me a few questions for this Q&A stream in case she wasn't going to be here. BB, if you're listening to this, love you, girl. Okay, so her first question is, how ready are you for the new Love Live anime? I wish I knew how to the thing is about the Love Live anime. I say that I'm ready for a new Love Live anime, but I highly bet that at the time the anime actually comes out, I'm probably going to be not prepared whatsoever for this thing. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. Oh, the links are not posting? Ugh, great. Um, I do have an idea, Louise. How about you send me the link to your commissions and I'll figure something out. Yay, virtual hugs! Who doesn't love virtual hugs? Finals? Isn't it January? Okay, sorry for the quiet, guys. I was just posting Luis's commission link in the actual comment section, not the live chat, but in the comment section I posted the link. So if you guys want to look at his art or any commissions at all, please do so. I also posted the link in the description box below. I'm just trying to make sure I post it everywhere possible, because if you guys want some art, please look at his art. I cannot express this enough. Okay, I also just posted the society song in the chat. I hope that one works. If it doesn't, please tell me. I don't know why this chat's not working with links. It is extremely weird. Yeah, my chat's being extremely weird, so if you guys do have any links that you want to share very badly, please send them to me via Twitter or my Instagram or my Instagram or Twitter, or if you have Tumblr. Those are so I can post them on here. I don't know why they're not working. For some people it doesn't make any sense. Oh, the links work! Thanks, Luis! And of course I have to! You're like my best friend on the face of the planet, and you're the best artist that I know! Oh boy, I gotta catch up with the comments now. There were a lot of comments. Arceus, I'm torn between Umi and Setsuna. I'm just gonna say it off the bat right now. Setsuna is probably going to be best girl. Like, she's already best girl so far with the songs I've heard. She's going to be best girl in this anime, no doubt in my mind. Speaking of Love Live, Luis, I thought you told me you saw, like, the first 2 seasons when Muse were a thing. Or at least that's what Miranda and I used to talk about. And you were joined in the conversation with us. I don't want to leave, so I'm not going to. Are you sure about that? Because please don't let me be the distraction for the test and all that. Because the last thing I want to do is have someone fail their test because they were watching a live stream of me. Remember, education is important, children. Your education is important. We have half days during finals, so we leave at 12, so extra 2 hours to study. I guess that makes sense. Oh, you think you saw a bit of it. Like, did you ever play the games at all, Luis? Because, okay, first of all, I'm still jealous that All-Stars is only Japan region only. Like, I am still mad at that. They said winter 2019-2020 that, they're gonna release it to the United States, but I still haven't seen it yet. But is education more important than Camilla Fire Emblems? Yes! Yes! Yes, education is more important than that, Louise. Wise words from me. Education. Yes, education is important. Like, I know that some of you are still young. Like, I know some of you are younger than I am. But this is going to be important to y'all. Like I cannot express this enough. Don't throw away your education. Even when you get out of college, you're still going to be educated in some things. Don't throw education out the window, y'all. Wise words 2020. Yes, Yandere, thank you. Scientist 2. Is that a mobile game or is that for a console? I don't think I've ever heard of it. When you said drawing her was fun, Luis, are you being sarcastic? Or are you actually serious about she was fun? And let me guess. You can't really have fun with Scientist 2 without that DLC that costs almost $100, right? The struggles of being an artist, am I right? Okay, so, back to, BB's questions for a second. Her second question is, what is the sub goal for 2020? That is also an interesting question because I did not think I was going to get to 500 subscribers in 2019, and basically, I don't know if I told you guys, maybe except for Runner Guitar here, about the history of my channel, because I started my channel when I was basically in high school, or maybe junior high at the earliest. And what I did back then, it was when doing covers of songs were like really, really popular, because it's like, hey, if Justin Bieber can do it, If Cody Simpson can do it, if Austin Mahone can do it, so can I. Obviously, no career came out of that. And I went on a very long hiatus from doing covers for a while because high school got really busy. So yeah, I kind of left my YouTube channel alone after a while, and then it wasn't until college when I just started to run the thing back up again, because I would watch Let's Players, I would watch review channels, big influence being Todd in the Shadows, actually. Like, Todd in the Shadows is one of my favorite music critics. Like, I don't agree with some of his opinions on certain pop songs, but I just thought, hey, I love talking about music, I love talking about anime, and I love talking about books, because I want to be a writer someday, and I hope that would be the case. So, I just thought, hey, I think it was sophomore year of college when I started it back up, and I was just doing very random things back then. I did not know where my channel was gonna go, and I can't remember exactly how many subscribers I had back then, but I think it had to be like almost, I think somewhere around the 200s range, or maybe less, because I still had friends who were on YouTube, and people who would follow me for like my Michael Jackson and for my cover stuff. So I really felt bad that they got no material for like the next couple of years and all that. But then I started doing new things with anime reviews, song reviews, album reviews, book impressions, movie impressions, that sort of thing, and I started to gain traction again. And so I guess I went off topic. Sub goal for 2020. I'm gonna be modest here. If I could at least get in between maybe 550 or 650 subscribers, I think I'd be satisfied for the year 2020. I mean, I can't promise that'll happen, but again, I'm just being a lot more modest when it comes to subscribers, because it's been like 3 years, I guess, since I started the whole thing, so it's kind of slow going. Okay, RCS, drive safe. So yeah, that was my very long, to the point story about my channel, and how I really did not focus on subscriber count, I guess, until this year, because I really did not expect to get 500 subs by the end of 2019. I know 500 subs is like, if we're talking about like big YouTubers, it's not a lot, but in my opinion, I'm not monetized, I'm not making money off of this, I'm just doing these videos for fun. So the fact that I have 500 people who are interested in my content, still to this day, and my count is still growing, I think that's more than enough for me. I like cute, shy anime girls. Yeah, they are cute. I guess I don't really focus on that. I guess because I really don't want to bring sexuality into this, but I guess because I'm straight, I more so focus on like husbandos of things. Aw, thanks, Luis. I really appreciate it. So, after that long explanation, let me jump into the last question that BB had for me. By the way, she sent this to me via Twitter because, unless I didn't mention that earlier, because, like I said, she didn't know if she was going to make the stream or not. She kind of lives across the ocean, so time zones. Okay, the third question she had was, oh, hold on, before we get to the last, BB's last question. If we're talking about husbandos, who is your husbando for Fire Emblem Three Houses? Well, I just got the game with my, GameStop money recently, Luis, so, because I've been stuck with Pokemon for the past few weeks, I haven't got the chance to touch Fire Emblem Three Houses yet. Sorry! So I don't exactly know who my husbando is for, that game yet. I like characters who won't take anything from people. That's very reasonable. I would agree with that. And Luis, you're probably... Oh, take your time with Pokemon. Thanks! I will tell you, with the new Pokemon Sword and Shield games, though, Leon is best bay. Like, out of all the champions to come out of this game, Leon is like he is like the holy prince of any, like, anime or video game husbando. And I cannot wait to see Leon as an anime version for the Pokemon anime. Kind of think about it, I should restart watching that anime because that was my thing since I was a kid. But I'm gonna be doing it for Leon. I'm doing it for the Leons. Sword and Shield are probably one of the best Pokemon games in a while. I would agree with you on that, because I can't remember, over the past few years, we got sequels to the Alola region, which I didn't think they were needed. Then we got remakes for the Kanto region again with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I don't think those games were needed either, but I can't tell if those games were meant to promote Pokemon Go or not. So, I'm not sure. I have a theory about Leon and Hop being Latino or having Latino families. Specifically because Hop's second theme has a very salsa rhythm. I actually didn't think about that. I mean, considering it's Pokemon universe, I really didn't think about much at all. I just like how more diverse the characters are getting. But I would definitely love to hear this theory. I feel like I should also start finishing my top 13 worst songs of 2019. I just noticed like this screen has been doing nothing for the past few minutes. Okay, Luis, fair enough. At the same time, though, wouldn't they technically be from mainland Spain then? Or, I don't know, maybe I'm looking too far into this for a Pokemon game. Salsa's more from the Latin communities in New York, so not exactly Spain. I was about to say that. Like, yes, we are thinking too hard on this, but it's fun. I mean, it is fun. You are not wrong. It is definitely fun to think too hard about these things, even though these were literally games made for children. To which I'm like, bah. Screw the kids. Pokemon's meant for the kids who grew up with it. Okay, speaking of which, I gotta get back to BB's last question. I didn't forget about you, love. And I think this question is the most fun for me to answer because when I first read this, I had the perfect idea. If you had the means, what is your dream video that you would love to do but can't because of tech, money, or any other constraints? Okay. I just had to remember all the details of this, but I have been thinking about this question because I've been thinking about what my dream, like, jumping into the mainstream YouTube would be. I mean, of course, based on this question, I can interpret this question however I would like. So, I'm going to be a little bit, or no, a lot unrealistic. But at the same time, though, this would be the utmost fun. So, my dream video, if I could post this by any chance, would be if, I don't know how many of you, I'm sure you guys know who Todd in the Shadows is by now, but, he does a podcast on Spotify called Song vs. Song with his friend Danny. And basically, this Song vs. Song podcast is about taking two songs of a similar genre, sometimes similar time periods. I think most of the time it is the same time period. And their audience votes on which song is better against the two. I wouldn't really join the podcast just for the voting of the song itself, but more so the discussing the analytics side of both pieces, because I've been growing up with music basically my entire life. Like, it started with Disney stuff, but that was sort of like a gateway drug to everything else. So when I was old enough, I would finally listen to the mainstream radio. And when you're a kid listening to the mainstream radio, you kind of don't get what pop songs are really like until you're an adult. I'm just gonna let you be aware of that right now. So I think my dream video would be if I was the featured guest on Song versus Song, and I would basically be the one, not to argue with Danny per se, because Danny's kind of like a cool dude and we agree on most things, but I think most of the whole entire time, it would be like arguing with Todd about, depending on what song it is, kind of being too harsh on the song's purpose or the artist's purpose. Because like I said, there are some things with Todd I don't agree with, but I think it would just be fun to have some riffraff, not like physical riffraff. I'm talking about like verbal riffraff when it comes to like I know Todd's sarcastic, so I'll be like, "No, stupid, the song's supposed to do this." And I'm also from Jersey, so to have someone who's actually from New York, like two New Yorkers and a Jersey person, like just constantly like arguing about what pop song's actually better and what pop song's gonna win based on these said circumstances. I just think that sounds fun to me. And I know Luis knows this about me. I'm kind of cynical sometimes when it comes to my fun. So I know it's kind of cynical just to be there to prove Todd in the Shadows wrong, but like I said, I'm going to be unrealistic, but at the same time, I think it would be absolutely hilarious to do. And even if it's just for one podcast episode, I really don't care, because I think that would be like the best day of my life. So, BB, if you're watching this video or this podcast or this live stream later on, I hope you liked all the answers to my questions. Told you I was gonna be there for you, girl. Okay, let's go talk about Pokemon again after that. Here's the thing. Something can be meant for kids and be enjoyed by adults, but adults shouldn't expect adult stuff in a kid's thing. Yes! Thank you! Tell that to all the bronies in the world. Like, yeah, I like Sonic the Hedgehog, but I shouldn't expect a psychological deconstruction in Sonic. Yeah, I think a lot of Sonic fans are expecting, like, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Sonic videos lately, and a lot of people are like, can we have something, like, that is as deep as Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2 were, because those games were like really, really good. And they are really, really good, because I played both. But at the same time, though, I'm like, Sonic was originally meant to like go against the Mario games in Nintendo. Like, like, come on, you can't really expect much. Like, for example, for Super Mario games, like, you can't expect Mario to, like, to have a psychological breakdown, like, in the middle of a Mario game, right? Because that's not the purpose of a Mario game. And I don't think the purpose of a Sonic game should be, basically what Sonic Forces tried to do. Because, oh my god, that story was so stupid. I'm just saying, like, do whatever you want with it. Like, you can't please everybody. Like, yes, that's exactly what I've been thinking. Can we just get a very good Sonic game? Like, I don't care if it's in the classic format. I don't care if it's in the adventure format. Like, just do something. Like, all that Sega or basically Nintendo has been doing with Sonic is like, oh, we're gonna try to do classic, but we're gonna make sure the mechanics kind of don't work. Oh, we're gonna combine classic and adventure, but also the mechanics don't really work because the classic format is messing up with the speeds. And then we're gonna add this very convoluted story in somewhere just because we can. And Mario was actually supposed to have a really? Oh, I'm guessing for like 8-bit. That kind of makes sense. Take no I don't think I can, like, do it in Mario's voice because I would start laughing so hard. I don't think I can do that. Oh yeah, I was just unsure of like whose fault it was, so I just threw Nintendo out there, but I don't think it was really their fault to begin with. But yeah, Sega and Sonic Team literally have no idea what to do anymore. It's like, I don't know if they care to try anymore. Like, I'm just really upset, like, I'm not sure if Sonic Team really wants to try. Because, first of all, Sonic Team were the ones that were like, okay, with the horrible first Sonic design for the Sonic movie. All because, like, the bigwigs think, oh, this ugly creature, no kids are gonna care what Sonic looks like. As long as there's Sonic and, like, Sonic things in the movie, everything's gonna be fine. Well, they were totally unaware, like, how mad people were going to be once they showed it. And they realized, oh yeah, we need people to actually go see this movie. So they had to, like, spend more thousands of dollars to change it up and look better. That's right. What do we do? You're getting paid to put out more Sonic stuff. You would think money would be, like, a great motivation for you to just try harder, right? Because the less games that people buy, the less paycheck you're gonna earn. Speaking of, do you think they have Yakuza for any of the systems I have? Like, I don't know, the DS, Switch, Wii U, or anything like that? Because now I'm starting to think it's probably for the PlayStation, right? Yeah, figured it was for the PlayStation. If you want to try Yakuza, try out 0 and go from there. Gonna have to try to convince my sister to also play the game, because I cannot afford a PlayStation 4 right now. And yet she got one. Wait, what? Excuse me? Where the heck did that theory come from? Luigi is Rosalina's father? Where did that come from? Can I get an explanation on that, please? What do I think of Kingdom Hearts 3? I know my sister got the game. I know my sister got the game when she got the PS4. But however, I've been not playing it. I've been watching Let's Plays. I think the story and the worlds they chose were okay. I still don't get why they added a frozen realm of all places. Because, oh my god, I think everyone has had enough of Frozen. But yeah, the Toy Story world is really cool. Big Hero 6. Hell yes. We all need Big Hero 6 in our lives. And I'm trying to remember. They added a Monsters Inc. world, right? Because, yeah, that Monsters Inc. realm looks pretty rad. But otherwise, I haven't really gotten my hands on it because work and other things in my life have gotten in the way of that. Yeah, if you beat the hardest levels in Mario Galaxy 1 with Luigi, you get a family picture of Rosalina with Luigi. And Rosalina's mom is Peach. Okay, my brain is just not wrapping around this, at all. This is almost on the same level of, game theory as, Sonic fans trying to figure out who, Silver's parents are, or who are even Silver's ancestors. I think I've been watching way too many, Sonic theory videos, and that's my fault. Peach has shown love to Mario before. I could have sworn, Peach has shown love to Mario. That has happened. Am I missing something here? And yes, Yandere, you did come out of nowhere with this. Now I'm, downright confused. I mean, I know it's a theory. I'm just saying, that doesn't make any sense to me. Ah, well, a theory's a theory. I don't. Maybe I should really stop watching like other people's theory videos, or else it's gonna corrupt my brain. Because I really shouldn't like pay attention to these anyway. You can believe in whatever theory you want, Yandere, because you're you, and I don't have to convince anyone of otherwise. Also, I just thought of this right about now. Um, is it really bad that I really want to play the story mode for Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo? I don't think I've ever watched Matt Pat to begin with because I never really bothered. Because I remember when the game theory was a thing and people took his videos way too seriously. I don't think I was ever in the mainstream when it came to those things. Why would that be bad? Because, think about it. It's the Olympic Games. Like, I own one of the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games before this one, and they're not exactly that necessary, but I guess if it gets kids into the Olympics, good for Nintendo and Sega. But with the Tokyo 2020 games, they actually make it interesting with the story mode that actually takes you back to like 8-bit and 16-bit like Mario and Sonic, and I think that's pretty cool. Okay, Yandere, please take care of yourself. I guess you're right about the minigame party thing. Kinda like how Mario Party was. It's just characters that get together and play games with each other. Yeah. And like I said, if it gets children into the Olympics, good for them. Well, Louie, it sounds like it's you and me. Any other Q&A questions to pass the time? If you can choose an anime to turn into a video game, what show would it be and what kind of game would it be? That is very, very an interesting question, and I was not prepared for this at all. Okay, then I got distracted with the bologna hot dog pancake thing. So, are you actually staying, Yandere, or is that your last final line? But anyway, back to the anime to a video game thing. I don't know, because there are a lot of anime that already have video games. Or they're anime that came from video games. Gee, I am super stumped. I'm gonna have to, like, scroll through, like, my anime list for this one. Because I have maybe some idea? But, I come and go. Oh, sure thing, Yandere. Whatever you want to do. I guess this would be kind of a cop-out answer because they already made like a couple games of this. As far as I know. What I want. I want there to be a fairy tale RPG that actually finally applies the system that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon does. Because first of all, fairy tale, like the whole point of the series is that there are people in a guild who are completing missions. Mystery Dungeon does the same exact thing. And as far as I know from Fairy Tail, there is a, I think a Japan exclusive, Nintendo DS or Nintendo 3DS fighting game. Which I'm like, okay, yes, fighting is involved. But apparently that was all there is to it? Yes, I have always been a dungeon crawler lover. I will gladly admit to that. Those are like one of my favorite games. Other than like straightforward quest games. Back to my point on Fairy Tail though. And then I think I remember there was an online game that was exclusive to the internet that came out some time ago, and that was also kind of like a collect your waifu or husbando fighting game, which I did not enjoy after playing for one day. So, if Fairy Tail can have a straight up dungeon crawler game, like, come on. So, like, if Fairy Tail can have, like, a legit dungeon crawler for once, and, like, you could just create your own character, like, be with the Fairy Tail gang and, like, complete actual mission stuff this time, I think I would be set for life. Musou game like Destiny Wars where you just kill 9,000 people with one attack. Oh, so the game you're talking about, Luis, is kind of like the what One Piece did and like Fire Emblem Warriors, right? Where you just like slay multiple people at once just to complete missions and that type of thing. Oh, and you're welcome, Yandere, for subscribing. I noticed that I hadn't done it yet, and since you're going to be posting videos, I can't wait for them. Madoka Magica is an RPG with side quests until the very last episodes. I mean, yes. Yes, it is. It's just I don't think I can handle the content of Madoka Magica, really. It's just very creepy. And I kind of don't like very creepy. Unless it's like the Promised Neverland, which for some reason I can take in. Okay, so I was right about Fire Emblem Warriors. So the point about the Fairy Tail, I don't want it to be a Musou game or a fighting game or basically battle networking nonsense. Like if Fairy Tail can have a legit dungeon crawler for a change, which everyone knows that it's meant for, I'd be set. Madoka does have an RPG on the PSP. All the games that I want to play are for the PSP, and I don't like it. It has alternate endings to the show that are actually pretty horrifying. Sayaka gets it bad in the PSP game. Oh god. I can only imagine how much worse it could get, but at the same time, I would still not be prepared for it. They all have it rough. Of course they all have it rough. It's Madoka Magica. What do you expect to happen? Ugh. I really, really don't want to find out what that is now. I mean, I wish I had a PSP for like other really cool RPG or like anime style games because apparently the PSP is like really popular in Japan and that's why those games exist. Haha, you're very, very funny, Luis. You are very funny. You do realize I would like the PSP for better reasons than Madoka Magica, right? Even if I could magically get this Japan exclusive game that's not region locked or whatever, I have better things to spend my money on. Oh, really? That's interesting. I mean, I can't tell you where I'll find like Japanese exclusives that are not very expensive, but I don't think that would be my main purpose of having a PSP to begin with. Didn't you tell me that you started to hate Fate now? Luis, I would love to tell you how much I told you so, but at the same time, it would be totally unfair of me to do that. Then again, I still remember that you wanted to do Let's Plays on the fake games with your friends, so who am I to disagree? And I would love it if you send me that list, because I am in need of games for the Switch, when I have the money for them, of course. So I'm going to decide to bring up something random because for those of you who have been watching this stream for a bit, I think you guys might be the first ones to hear of what I'm doing about it. Who has seen Cats? Is it just me? I hope it's just me because that movie's horrible. And I'm not the first person to say that it is. Oh, I don't blame you at all, Luis. I'm getting more and more into fairy tale, and God, the more I read the manga, the more I want to throw my head into a wall and just break a hole in it. That is true. My sister told me the CGI was so bad that they're patching it up for the new year. But the CGI is not the only reason why this movie is horrible. The music, garbage. The story makes no sense. I would think that Tom Hooper wanted to make this movie like a better version of the musical, which the musical already sucked to begin with. But no, he made Cats even worse. And I don't think I did not think I would ever say something like that. But sadly, it's true. Yeah, I just got your message. Thanks, Louie. The game is only 36 bucks. That's unexpected. I love that Mystery Dungeon is on here. I am so excited for that game. My childhood is being relived through this Pokemon game. I'm not sure if you guys will ever understand that. Mary Skelter also looks very interesting. Fairy tale inspired characters? Hell yeah. And I'm not sure how many of you guys watch my movie impression videos, but it's been getting thinner and thinner as time goes on because there are just a lot of movies that I don't feel like watching. Like I said, 2019 was just a bad year. Aw, thanks, Luis. I hope you have a wonderful night, and also take care. And thank you for finally joining me. It's been fun having y'all. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock. I have work early tomorrow morning, so I think it might be time to, cut the stream right here. I just want to thank you again for everyone who joined me on the stream. Thank you for all your questions. If you ever have any more questions, please don't hesitate to message me via the social media I posted down below in the description box. If you haven't followed me on any of those sites already, please do. I try my best to use my social media as much as possible, and I know I have a lot of accounts and I sometimes don't use them all. And if you guys liked my live stream, don't forget to watch my other content. Don't forget to like this video stream. Don't forget to comment anything that you liked, comment what you didn't like, you know, the stuff like that. And again, thank you for getting me this far to 500 subs, even though we're kind of past that mark at this point. But also thank you for being patient when it came to this. I hit 500 subs as I was working on my 12 days of anime videos. So, and with my ridiculous work hours I had to go through for the end of the year, I was not having much time to do anything gargantuan. But then again, I highly appreciate you all. Every single sub you are on my channel, you are just as important to me. Like, y'all are my fam. Like, this is the Cher clan, the Cher fam, whatever you want to call it. All of you are my fans no matter what, and I love y'all for supporting me very, very much. So whether you guys were here when the stream was live or just watching now, I appreciate you no matter what. So with that said, until next time, I'm Cher and it's been real. Ciao!